Hey everyone, so here's a universe podcast. The universe is telling me to tell you this because trust issues are a real thing. Lie issues are also a real thing. Mistrust issues are a real thing. If you choose to trust, then what you get is kind of like a flowy river of events that make everyone feel better and make everyone feel like they're on a plane of sacrifice that is worthy of perfect placements of everything. And then when the universe tells you that you're a liar, well, you gotta fuck yourself because you're a liar. And, you're dense and stupid, and then it's your fault for everything that happens after that. And you're just gonna deal with the consequences. But then at the same time, you're gonna love your life. You're gonna love who you are. You're gonna love the amazing things that happen in your universe. And by your universe, I mean the shared multiverse, because you're going to realize how many different lines of dimensions, how much time it takes, how much energy it takes to push into you all the monetary expenses as well as the income that has brought out of the worldly manner that hangs down. And so when you hang, especially when you take a look at family trees and where you actually are on the family tree, then you remember, whether or not you're a piece of shit or whether or not you're a good fruit, a fruitful person, a fruitful human being. And so with that good news being touted, what you're going to end up doing sometimes is loathing life during the slow parts of your life. You just have to drink a little bit of something, put in some energy for your brain. And so, when you can kind of keep your eyes above level, above board, you're like on a ship. As you know, the Navy has been around for centuries. The Navy, they've got their anchors, 258, and, when you have a limited amount of segments, when you change the 8 to a 3, you realize 3 is only half of an 8. So then you turn the turret directly toward the culprit. And the culprits are truth sayers, and the truth sayers are the ones with the light bulbs. And when you have the light bulbs above your head, when you realize you're the one that has the light source, then you can, you don't have to force yourself into a situation where you're pressured. You don't have to force yourself into a situation where you're told you have to do exactly what I tell you to do. You need to do what I'm telling you to do, or I'm going to fucking kill you. You don't hear that from people very often. When you think of words like that, you have to imagine the animalistic fears involved, as well as the creativity that's propagated from that type of statement. And so when you have your statements all lined up, whether it's electronic or whether or not it's in paper, and whether or not it's mailed to you, whether or not it's femaled to you, then you're going to build with your blocks. You build up your structures, and the structures that you see, they don't have to have rooftops or ceilings. They can have spiraling events of galactic creative proportions, and it's a secular disease that will sometimes occur for the reason of atheism and the godless heathens that you roam around with. And as we keep dancing around, fiddling around in circles, just realizing that life isn't ever going to change unless we do something about it, then you're going to go ahead and, citrus is, if you've ever used citrus, then it's 697732. And your life is going to be turning into kind of like a gauge, like an engine of sorts. And as soon as you have that thing running, you're gonna fucking run away, run. And then you smoke it out. You smoke out the cave, the cavern, and it's like life itself tells you, how in the universe was that possible? And then you're just kind of like a sacrament, of sorts. And so when you zip yourself up and then you spread it open, you push yourself out of that bag that you put yourself in, then you realize you're not even in a hospital. Where you are is in your own home. And you have to ask yourself, why? Are you a dinosaur? Are you a dragon? And the dragons of the old, they were also magical, very magical and fiery, very fiery, and their mechanisms were extremely biological. Their mechanisms were biological, and the logic in all of this is that you five are able to, constantly reveal to yourself the pleasantries in life. Reveal to yourself whether or not you need toiletries, whether or not you need toilet paper. And so when you pile that on and you realize the worth of it, then it's kind of like your value fluctuates between up and down and left and right. And so when your X's are involved with your O's, then it kind of drills into your brain a sort of repetitious hell-like cycle that never ends. And it's like a bicycle that is ridden from the top to bottom. You go through each hole, and as you get to the bottom, you see all this pool water, and it's like an old dream, familiar, but something you're not necessarily wanting to be a part of. So thank you so much, and have a wonderful day for joining in. If you didn't join in, fuck yourself, all right? And have a great day. Thank you so much. All right.